In this lecture, I will explain you how you can find the elements using these methods: find element and find elements. So basically, in WebdriverIO, we use this dollar sign to find the element, and if you want to find multiple elements, you can use double dollar sign. And there are other methods as well to find the elements, like shadow dollar, react dollar, and custom dollar. So we are not gonna see this shadow, react, and custom ways of finding the elements, because this react dollar is basically used to find the components or the elements in the React application. So we are not testing the React application in this video series, so I'm not gonna use that one, and also I'm not gonna use the shadow dollar as well. In most of the situations, this dollar and double dollar, these two methods should be sufficient to find the elements in the web page. We have already seen this dollar syntax to find the element. We will see what is this double dollar in this particular lecture. So if you look at this test page, here we can see that there are a lot of input elements and buttons as well. There are two buttons basically. So let us say we want to find these both buttons like at the same time. So what we can do is you can use the double dollar symbol like this. Let buttons is equal to double dollar sign and then selector, that is button. So what it will do is it will get the list of all the buttons that are there in this web page, and then you can use this for loop here. For each button in this buttons array, what we can do is get the text. So let us print this basically. Console.log. So this is the advanced syntax that we can use, and here we have used console instead of capital C. So what this code is gonna do is it will find all the buttons that are displayed on this web page, and then it will iterate through all these buttons and print the text that is displayed in that buttons as well. So let us execute this test and then see what happens. So to execute the test, we have to use this command called as npx WDIO and then configuration file. So hit enter. And notice that this is our test website, softpostbooks.herokuapp.com. If you want to test on this website, feel free to do so, because I have designed this website just for testing purpose. So if you look in the log here, you will notice it just printed create, it is not printed the cancel. Let us see why. If you inspect this, so you can see that it is just printed this create button, not the cancel button, because that is not the of the button type. You can see it's actually the tag that is being used here is a, that is link. This is basically a link, but it is being shown as a button. So what we can do is you can use this class button. So I'm going to use this dot button here instead of. So that is how you can find the elements using class. And now if we execute the test, instead of this create, you can see here it has printed this create button. It will print both the buttons now. So let's execute this again. You can see here it has printed cancel and create buttons as well. So that's how basically you can find all the elements, multiple elements basically that match this selector. Remember that this is the syntax you have to use dollar dollar. If you use just $1, you will notice that it will just find out the first button, and it is also throwing this error because when you use double dollar, it actually returns array. You can see here it is returning the array at the end of this information, but if you just dollar, it returns a single element and not the array. and that's why you can't use this for each as well. So if you have more questions on this, let me know through the comments.